Hi, thank you for joining me. This is Anna Imagination with a Healing Garden, and welcome to Shifting Perspectives. I am talking at the moment on internalizing. Really, I just want to focus on internalizing for a moment and really hone down on this emotion. When we say empath, I want you to take a minute and just think about what you think that word means. When you say empathy, which is different than sympathy, I want you to really think about the difference between sympathy and empathy. I mean, can you feel them? It is so that when you say or think of a word, you can feel the emotion. But what comes to heart when you think about sympathy? When you think about empathy? Now, I want you to think about the emotion internalizing. Okay, now, the feeling you just got when you thought of the word internalizing is empathy. Feel it. Internalize is a verb, to internalize. But empathy is an emotion. It is an adjective. But it's the same thing. To internalize it is to empathize with it. Now, empaths know what this feels. Empaths know what that feels because they can feel it. Feel it. Now, there's nothing wrong with this. The problem is you are empathizing, you are feeling it because you're internalizing it when someone is projecting onto you. No, when somebody is just speaking their opinion. This is a sensitizing, desensitizing thing. If a person is standing here when they talk to you, you're going to get used to this volume. But if you're over here, and we are, whenever we wear a mask, and someone's talking to you, it's muted. But when they start speaking authentically, it's suddenly like they're right up here. And now you're getting a full blast of who they really are. And we are not trained to take that. So as a result, we distance ourselves. We take on too much. We don't know how to block. Now, the reason why this is important is because of this. I have my partner here, and I can now shift perspectives. So I'm in my perspective, and now I'm literally stepping into his perspective. It reminds me of that episode of Doctor Who, David Tennant, when he was met with Madame du Pompadour. And he had his hands on her head doing the Vulcan mind meld. And he's talking about all of these things that he sees in her head as he's walking through her mind. And then she says, "Oh my God, such loneliness." And he says, what do you mean loneliness? You've never been a day in your life. And she goes, "No, not me, you." And he pulls away like, "How did you do that?" She goes, "Once the door is opened, it can be walked through." So when you empathize with someone, when you internalize their perspective, you are literally stepping into their perspective. You are literally stepping into their perspective. And you can suddenly look around the world and see their perspective as if it were your own. Imagine what it's like inside your head. This is ninth perspective. Imagine what it's like inside your head. You can see all the different places. You can see all the different perspectives. You can see all the players. Now, imagine standing inside someone else's mind and being able to look around. Welcome to ninth perspective. And you can do this only through communication, We say the phrase, putting yourself in their shoes. Fourth perspective talk. Let's not use that. Let's try instead. Name their feelings. Name their feelings. Can you name their feelings in the right order? That's what I did with him. I was able to name his feelings in the right order because I know him so well and I do the shit I do. And when I was able to do that, his perspective literally came to life for me and I could see all around his head. And I just went, oh. And I could see how different he sees the world than I. And then I was able to communicate that to him and say, this is what you see. Understanding. Now you're seeing eye to eye. Now you're sharing perspectives. Sharing perspectives is what this is all about. But we can't share perspectives if we're wearing masks. We can't share perspectives if we're tiptoeing around each other. We cannot share perspectives if we are not articulating our feelings. We cannot share perspectives. A perspective is a feeling. A perspective is a feeling. It is a series of feelings. So when someone tells you what your perspective is, they are really telling you what you feel. Process that. When someone tells you what you are experiencing, they are telling you what you feel. How intimate is that? How much of a violation is that? How personal is that? And what are you doing about it? Are you staying silent and internalizing it? When two projectors come together, they explode, by the way. That's why some people fight physically, because you have two projectors. Wow. I'm going to wrap this up here. I need to decompress. And Freddie is singing a song that I have never heard of before in the background, and I'm going, oh, what is that he's singing? Because when he sings just for me. So I'm going to wrap this up here and decompress. If you love shit like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want more shit like this, take a look at my Linktree account down below. And if any of this resonated with you, click on the third link. Tell me which video you watched and what resonates with you. This is part of a series I am starting called Triadic Healing, Curing the Pandemic. This is going to be a workshop and a class. If you're interested, let me know so I can get you all the details. It's going to be on my Linktree as well as in that link below if you want to just contact me. Thank you so much, and may the kindest of words always find you.